Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. I am Dale of Dale's Leatherworks, and in today's video I'm incredibly excited to be talking about this new pair of Truman boots that I have in my possession. This is what Gallun calls Teton Stag Deerskin. It's a North American white-tail deer, and the color is charcoal. And as you can see, yes, it's got a very nice gray charcoal color. And joining me for the video today is going to be my Stone Rambler Truman boots. And these Stone Ramblers, Truman just released a new batch of Stone Rambler on their website just recently. This is early January, and so this is definitely in my top 10 boots of all time. No question about it. These Stone Ramblers are everything I've ever wanted in a boot, so much so that these will always be a permanent fixture in my collection. This is a Zenith boot right here. It combines rugged with handsome. It's got high tones, low tones, dark tones, light tones, veining, wax plating in certain areas, nap in other areas. The reason I bring these into the frame is because I kind of wanted to compare the two and show that the color is kind of similar. They do bear some similarities, though they're from different tanneries. This Rambler is from Charles F. Stead, and this deerskin is from Gallun. Gallun are some very nice guys. I actually met with their representatives at the Stitch Down boot camp recently, and I got to talking to them, and I hope to run some of their leather here shortly in the near future. I think gray boots are a staple in any man's collection, especially these rugged gray boots. This isn't a metallic gray. This is more of a rugged, stony gray, I would characterize this as. So let me read a little bit about this Teton Stag leather. So the thickness is 1.8 to 2.2 millimeters. So that's roughly probably 4 to 6 ounces, I would estimate. Made of North American white-tailed deer, a proprietary non-heavy metal tannage that takes the loose and soft tendency of deer and fills the fibers so a full, well-lubricated leather can achieve a 2 millimeter in thickness. We offer charcoal, cognac, moss, and sand. So Gallun is a very small tannery, and so they don't always have a ton of information on all their different leathers. Jesse at Guarded Goods, he actually offers a wallet called the Warden in Gallun charcoal waxy deer leather. And it is made from Gallun, Wisconsin charcoal waxy deer. And that is a very good looking wallet in what appears to me to be the exact same leather. In fact, I'm looking at the reverse side of the tongue. On the inside of Jesse's wallet, it shows the reverse side, and yes, it does in fact appear to be the same thing. And so this is going to be on the 79 last. It's fully lined. We've got plain toe. We've got no pull tabs. We've got tan stitching, which is absolutely beautiful. Really marries up with the colorway of these boots, blends it together beautifully. We've got antique hardware, antique brass hardware. It is a structured toe. It's got a 270-degree flat welt. The outsole is the Eugene outsole. This is my first pair of Trumans on the proprietary Truman boot Eugene outsole. I am very excited about this because I've never had, with as many Truman boots as I own, I've never owned any on the Eugene sole. So that's exciting. We've got white stitching on the outsole stitch. And yes, my Buckle Guy leather gauge says that this leather is 5.5 ounces. Now that is an ideal thickness for boot leather. When combined with the lining, it is such a gorgeous boot. So let me analyze the construction a little bit. So we have a super duper thick leather midsole in here, and it is just beautifully sanded so that the front portion of the midsole is a lot thicker than the rear portion where the heel is seated, and so that takes quite a bit of artistry there to achieve that. The edges are very well skived and dressed. We've got 2 thick layers of veg tan in the heel stack, as well as this Eugene heel cap over down here. Both the Ruggine outsole as well as the heel cap have this unique diamond tread on the bottom. And what I like about this is it's mostly a flat sole. And so you'll get a little bit of tread, just enough to give you plenty of grip if you're hiking, but at the same time, it's not like a lug commando sole like these. This is a lug commando sole. And as you can see here, I've got rocks stuck in there. If I walk through the mud, it'll get mud stuck in there. But yeah, quite a few rocks stuck into this lug commando outsole. Contrast that with this. This is never gonna get rocks stuck in there. Maybe some grit, maybe some sand in this little portion, but nothing. You're not gonna trek a lot of debris into the house with this outsole. That's why I really love flat leather soles as well, is because they're clean. You walk on them all day, you walk in the house, and you're not trekking in mud or undesirable debris into the house. And so in my opinion, this is a perfect marriage of rugged meets practical for the average guy. And yeah, the 79 last, I really love the Truman 20 last, but I also love the 79 last. I'd say I probably love them both equally. Let's talk a little bit about the character of this leather particularly. So right off the bat, I see a lot of unique fiber structures, particularly throughout the heel counter. And the one thing that it really reminds me of most is moose hide. Now, I've reviewed some moose hide before, and this is definitely reminiscent of the moose hide. Both the white-tailed deer and the moose and kudu are wild animals. They live in the wild, and so you're going to see a lot of natural scars, scratches, and abrasions throughout the leather, and it becomes more apparent as you stretch it. In this heel counter, it's really considerably lighter compared to an unstretched, undistressed portion of the boot, which is manifest here in the quarter area. This quarter is basically what the leather looks like when you get it. It's flat, it's unadulterated, undisturbed, unmolested. It's still got a lot of its heavy wax plating retained here. So you can see what appears to be a lot of black, dark charcoal coloration here on the quarter. But then as you get into the more stretched areas, the more distressed areas like the toe, it's going to reveal more of those muted out characteristics. You'll get this on most boots. I think it's really cool to be able to look at the overall boot and just see what's going on with it in terms of character that is revealed in the final product. Really cool heavily waxed areas along the quarter there. And then one of my favorite parts of the whole thing is right here we've got really cool striations there. On the right boot there's just a gnarly, it looks like a scar or something like that, just a gnarly black dot here. I really think that's cool. And then also on the right toe I see areas of more browning going on. So super duper nice. I love everything about this. And workmanship, top tier workmanship as always from Truman. I'm not looking for perfect. In fact, I think sometimes obsessing over a boot's perfection is a little bit misguided or out of place, just because this is stuff that you wear and you want to a certain degree beat it up, but you want to beat it up gracefully. You don't want to unnecessarily destroy this stuff, but you want to wear it, you want to live your life in it, you want to use it as a utilitarian piece. And so for that reason, there's a graceful way to go about patinating boots. I cannot wait to start wearing these. This is just gonna form amazing creases in the toe, I could already tell. Just a really truly amazing leather. I've come into some deer skins recently, and it's just so cool. I love, part of me, I'm a little bit of a history nerd, I'm a little bit of a science nerd, and I just love it. It's sort of like, you know, studying boots isn't just studying footwear, it's also studying like different animals' anatomy and things like that. I think it's really cool though to sort of get these stone ramblers next to the charcoal deerskin and just compare the characteristics that they have in common, because the rambler is basically, it's a heavily waxed flesh out. A lot of nap, a lot of veining, but at the same time, heavily waxed areas throughout as well. So you can see that on both boots, heavily waxed versus lesser waxed areas. And these are boots that I will not be conditioning. The tannery does such a good job impregnating this stuff with waxes and oils, and they basically mummify this stuff. Unless it's starting to feel like it's super dry or cracked, then I'm not going to condition them. I'm going to let them ride as they are and watch the patina develop. All right, so this is according to theleatherguy.org. So theleatherguy.org actually sells deer skins with bullet holes, arrow holes, bug bites, scoring marks, and other blemishes. They also sell the brain tanned deer skin, which is kind of gross, but it is a thing. Like, they literally, what they do is after you've killed the animal, you strip the hide off, and then you actually use its brain to rub into the hide, and that apparently does something to keep the hide from putrefying. I don't know why or how that is, but it's kind of gross, but it is a thing. So why brain tanned? Our commercial brain tanned hides and traditional brain tanned are the only hides that can become wet and dry without losing their softness and flexibility. Most leather will stiffen and lose pliability. When a hide is smoked, the non-water soluble oil in the smoke bonds to the water-soluble oil in the hide, making all of it non-water soluble. The smoke then provides lubrication to the fingers within the hide, which is what keeps the leather soft. To be clear, this galloon is not brain tanned, but that people do. So deerskin is known for its soft and pliable temper and a distinctively rustic look and texture. Another way to refer to deerskin is American or domestic deer. These hides are processed from wild deer and are typically 3 to 5 ounces in thickness, making them perfect weight for garments, regalia, bags, moccasins, and much more. Deerskin has always been considered a premium leather. Being a thin game animal, deer is subject to holes, blemishes, and scarring. Deerskin has elongated interwoven fibers that give it an extremely high shear strength and abrasion resistance. Deerskin is also ultra soft, supple, and comfortable with a spongy feel. It is lightweight, yet highly durable. Deerskin is one of the only leathers that can get wet and still dry soft. The high cost of deerskin is due to the work involved rather than the rarity of the animal, as most are made from deer. But it has to be made by hand without any machinery or modern chemicals, which makes it very costly. Deerskin is also not mass produced. It is a relatively rare animal. That rarity combined with its superior softness and beauty means you are more likely to find it used for high-end, high-quality products. Its softness makes it ideal for luxury products, requiring next to no break-in. Deerskin is lighter and thinner than cow leather, but it is long-lasting. Cowhide is thicker, stiffer, with very little stretch. And so this is according to Weaver Leather. They also sell deerskin. Lightweight deerskin is known for its buttery soft feel and pliable temper. Throughout history, deerskin was a popular choice for making durable clothes that withstood the demands of harsh environments. Both the grain and flesh sides boast rich, beautiful color, ideal for garments, moccasins, purses, personal leather goods, shoes, crafts, and padded liners. Native Americans and American frontiersmen alike prized deerskin for its amazing feel against the skin, making it the hide of choice for making clothing and moccasins that withstood the demands of their harsh environment. From high-end purse designers to craftspeople searching for just the right liner, a wide range of artisans utilize deerskin in their work where buttery softness is of paramount importance. Our genuine deerskin is chrome tanned and comes in whole hides that offer beautiful color on both the grain and the flesh sides. The time and expense involved of veg tan leathers led to the development of chrome tanning in the mid-1800s. Chrome tanning takes about a day in contrast to the 1 to 3 month veg tanning process, making it a more economical choice. Today, about 80 to 90% of the world's leather supply is chrome tanned, and it is heralded for its stain and water resistance as well as its consistency in color. The other thing about white deerskin is even the top premium grade of deerskin can have scars and blemishes, and so this is definitely that. This is a top grade deerskin from Galloun. I'm really excited to see Galloun up and running again. Bennett Stitchdown interviewed those guys on his podcast. Really informative. They're really great guys, and it's just a small team of like maybe 3 or 4 people. So I'm hoping to see them get up and running again. I mean, I'm super impressed with such a small operation. They're able to yield something so similar to Charles F. Stead, which is obviously one of the giants in the leather industry. Anyways, with that, I'll shut it down. What are your guys' thoughts on these incredible charcoal deerskin Truman boots? I'm blown away. I can't wait to start rocking them. Once this Patina Thunderdome is over, I'm going to have a lot of fun wearing a lot of my newer boots that have been getting neglected. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let's keep the love of deerskin boots alive. I will see y'all in my next video. And also, real quick, I wanted to throw in that Iron Boots has extended their Shell Cordovan pre-order by an extra week. So it was originally scheduled to end on January 7th. It's now gonna end on January 14th. So I will leave a link in the description for you guys to check that out. I am pleased to announce that we have passed the 20 boot order mark in order to get a discounted price on the boots. That saves us about $80 to $100 per pair of boots, which is really nice. Once again, we've got Grigio, we've got Ruggine, and we've got standard brown Shell Cordovan, all from Maryam Tannery, all rare colors of shell, all three absolutely beautiful makeups. So if you're interested, that pre-order is still going on until January 14th, 2024.